Alycats and new viewers. So today is part 2 of my July 2017 favorites. If you're new to the channel and don't know what favorites are, that's where I list all the movies, TV shows, music, etc, etc, etc. that I loved in the past couple of weeks. I always split these into 2 parts because I have way too many favorites for one human to have. But if you'd like to check out part 1, I'll have that linked down below, and you'll find it at the end of the video. But let's kick things off with the movies I really enjoyed over the past couple of weeks. If you'd like to see the movies that I don't mention, either go check out my blog, alycatgeekery.com, which is linked down below in the description box, or follow me on Letterboxd. I'll follow you back. Again, link is in the description box. You'll see why I rate those movies and what I think about them, but these are my favorites. First up is To the Bone. I actually did a video review for this, so that will be linked on the screen and in the description box down below, but I really enjoyed it. I thought they handled the topic of eating disorders very well, and I love Lily Collins and Keanu Reeves in this film. The next one up is Free Fire. This is the latest effort from Ben Wheatley, and it stars Brie Larson, Cillian Murphy, Armie Hammer, and Charlton Copley, and it was so much fun. If you wanted Reservoir Dogs to just be all bullets and gun porn, and you wanted to hear fuck over and over and over again, then Free Fire is the movie for you. It's just a lot of fun. There's an amazing soundtrack. Any song will be stuck in your head forever after you see this movie, but it's just so much fun. I loved how it ended, and I thought everything was choreographed beautifully. And I'm just a huge fan of Ben Wheatley in general and the actors that were in this film, so I had an absolute blast with this film, and I feel like it was really underappreciated at the box office. The next movie up is Manhattan. Again, this is another Woody Allen film. I'm a huge Woody Allen fan. I know, controversial, but I think Manhattan is one of his best films that I've seen so far. He, again, has cast himself as the lead character. He is a 42-year-old man who is dating a 17-year-old, which I will admit is icky in this movie. And then he falls in love with Diane Keaton's character, and he has to decide between the 17-year-old or Diane Keaton's older woman, who is more intellectual and more in line with his views than the 17-year-old. It's just a really interesting character study, and I loved seeing how these characters interacted with each other, and I love the black and white aesthetic. I think that lends a very classic, timeless feel to the film, and if you've never seen a Woody Allen film, Manhattan is a perfect one to start with. The next movie up is Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets. Again, I did a video review for this film. I am in the minority on this because I freaking love this film. But a lot of people hate this film, so you're going to have to watch this and make up your own mind about it. I would say if you're a fan of The Fifth Element, Star Wars, Avatar, give this movie a shot, because the comics that this film was based on actually inspired those films. Personally, I really love this film. The next movie up is Dunkirk, which obviously is phenomenal. You've heard everyone say it's phenomenal. This is the latest film from Christopher Nolan, and it stars Cillian Murphy. Again, Cillian Murphy. I love Cillian Murphy. Kenneth Branagh, Mark Rylance, and newcomers Fionn Whitehead and Harry Styles. And this film is just really powerful. The sound design is incredible because every time there was a gunshot, it sounded like it was coming from behind me or beside me. Every time an explosion happened on screen, I felt it rumble through my body. When the soldiers were underwater and they couldn't get up to the surface, I felt like I was underwater myself. This is a hugely immersive film with incredible acting. I did feel like it was a little soulless, which this kind of film needs to have some soul to it because obviously this covers the actual events of the Battle of Dunkirk and the evacuation of nearly 400,000 soldiers. But it felt a little soulless to me. But overall, this was a very beautiful film, very well choreographed. The sound design was incredible, the acting was phenomenal. I would highly recommend watching this. Just know that you're not going to feel too close to any one particular character. And to me, that was the only negative thing about this film, was the fact that I couldn't connect to anyone in particular. And it felt a little soulless. It felt like it was more focused on the action and the events of what happened than the actual soldiers. Next up is The Man from Nowhere. This is a fantastic film. It's so over-the-top violent, and it's got a pretty simple story, but the acting is just spectacular and the action scenes are so badass. I will say the subtitles are a little bit shoddy at points because sometimes they're way too fast and sometimes they're misplaced. But overall, this is a very well choreographed action film. It's very dark and violent, and it does make you feel the feelings. I actually teared up a little bit watching this, which I did not expect. So I highly recommend The Man from Nowhere if you like action films and you don't mind dark topics, because this film covers very dark topics. Next up is Kong Skull Island. I went into this film with trepidation, but I love this film. Yes, it's just pure popcorn fun, but it was so well done. The visuals were outstandingly beautiful. The performances by Samuel L. Jackson, Brie Larson, Tom Hiddleston, John Goodman, even John C. Reilly were good. I've always been a fan of King Kong, but I adored him in this film. I love the fact that he's 400 feet tall in this movie, and I'm really excited to see where else in the franchise Kong will pop up, because there's obviously going to be a legendary monster universe. So this was a perfect starting off point for Kong's newest adventures, and I had so much fun watching it. And the last film I'm going to cover for the last couple weeks is another simian film, and that is Rise of the Planet of the Apes. I've just now seen this, but it was really well done. It did make me tear up a lot because this is a very sad movie, and no one warned me how sad it was. But the visual effects, again, are outstanding. I loved Andy Serkis as Caesar, and I thought James Franco was really good in this movie. In a few movies, he's a little bit, you know, iffy, but in Rise of the Planet of the Apes, he's solid, he's got a human heart, and it just feels like he's warm and like someone you'd connect with in person. And I think that this is a really good starting off point for the franchise. I need to see the next two films, obviously, but I felt like this was a solid origin story that was setting up the plot for the next 2 or so films in the franchise. For TV, there is one show that has been taking up my mind that I've absolutely been loving, and I'll give you a hint about what it is. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, it's Game of Thrones. I love it. It's spectacular this season. There's been so much action just in the first 2 episodes alone, and I'm loving it, and I need more. And all the music I loved is in the description box down below. Those are all my favorites for the second part of July. I'm super excited because my birthday's coming up soon on July 30th, so that's another favorite. But if you like this video, leave a like. Let me know down below what you've loved this month. Also, if you like the video, make sure to share it because it helps my channel grow and it makes me happy, and it'll be like a little birthday gift to me if you do, so please share. And if you haven't subscribed yet but you like what you've seen and heard, hit the subscribe button down below along with the notification bell so you'll be alerted every time I upload a new video. If you'd like to follow me on social media sites, they're all listed down below in the description box with all the other stuff I mentioned that would be linked down there. So you have a smorgasbord of stuff to occupy yourself with. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. Peace and kisses. Bye. Sing me a song of the last that is gone. Oh, hey, you're still here. What a crazy random happenstance. Well, since you just caught me singing and ringing off guard, you might as well click on my floating face that will appear over here soonish and subscribe to my channel. Also, if you'd like to see my previous video, it will be up here somewhere. And if you'd like to see a playlist of videos that you can watch on repeat all day, every day, for the rest of your life, you'll find that over here as well. I'm gonna go back to reading my favorite book of all time. Okay, you can go now because I'm really deep into a Jamie Fraser plotline.